met some Russian guys the other day. They're always the baddies in the movies because the way they speak. How you doing? No, I'm very happy.
South Africa's king of clean comedy, Barry Hilton, was in town for his Evolva tour, and we got the opportunity to catch up with him about the tour, his uncanny ability to gorge a crowd, and what we can expect from him this year.
There was a series of events that happened, and I one day realized that there's no ways I'm going to stay working as an electrician until I'm 65, you know. When I realized it was like 43 years, I would have been, seriously? No, thanks. Then I sort of made that plan, and I did the upstairs at Barry's, and I couldn't become a comic because it was like a catch-22. How do you become a comic? Where you've worked, I haven't worked. Well, how can you be good enough? Da. And I actually pretended I was from England. And I spoke like that. You've been to England, you know, Liverpool. All right, there, oh, give us a step. I just got off the plane from Liverpool. And to the bloke thought I was this guy from Liverpool and immediately booked me. So you made a plan. I made a plan. That's how I started, because I wanted to do it so bad. I was an electrician. The money I earned in 1 month as an electrician, okay, took me 5 months or 4 months to earn the same as a comedian. So I sacrificed, just did it. I was working in England in 1989, and I was really doing well, and I was booked for this quite big show by this very left-wing artist management woman. And she said to me, I need to talk to you. I said, no problem. She's got the show. And then she said to me, you've got a strange accent. Where are you from? Are you from Australia or New Zealand? I said, no, actually, I'm from South Africa. Boom, silence. Now, this is 1989, 1990. It wasn't the best place to be as a white South African in England because we're all racist, apparently. So there was this silence, and she said to me, look, I can't give you the job. And I said, but why? She said, are you a white guy? I said, yes. She said, you from South Africa? Yes. You're a racist. So I immediately said to her, yes, 50 meters. And I said to her, you're the flippin' racist because you've assumed what I am by just talking to me on the phone. So then what I did, the next day, I went back to a agency in England and I spoke like that, and I told them I was from Liverpool, and I carried on again. When I started off, I used to do jokes 35 years ago. And I never put my jokes, it used to be called a patter. They weren't in order. I would just tell the joke as it came to my head, and then something would happen and I would change the joke to that, you know. And that's basically what I've done. So, and people come, there's no, you know, my show's family orientated. I don't do religion. Little, you know, one thing, I don't sort of go into, I don't do politics. I hate politics. It just drives me insane. I just talk about life and what happens. I love my job. I don't love the nonsense that goes through it, but I have a secret. 10 seconds a day. 10 seconds a day I absorb and make a joke of 10 seconds a day, because if you do the mathematics, what I talk about in my show at the moment, 10 seconds a day is 3,650 seconds a year, I believe. And if you take a couple of days off, it's 3,600, okay, seconds, which is 1 hour. So there we go. So if you write stuff every day, things happen. A couple of weeks ago, I was working, and for some obscure reason, a lady had a key ring with a piece of Lego on it. And I saw the Lego on the table. It was a smaller club, you know. And I said, the Lego? She said, you know. I said, so I did this whole story about Lego, about how, wow, you know, actually Lego is flipping good. It's an analog burglar alarm. So what you do when there's no electricity, Lego is going to keep criminals out of our house. Why? Because all you do is sprinkle Lego around the lounge every night before you go to sleep, because it's a known thing that criminals take their shoes off when they come in your house. And apparently standing on a piece of Lego is second only to giving birth to triplets at the same time. So I've actually created the story about Lego, and that's what happens with me. And I listen to people, and I talk, and I talk to people, and I talk to people or whatever, and things are different in other countries, but they're actually the same. Funny enough, in Australia, people actually get married and have sex. I don't know if you know this. It's not only in Africa that they do it. In England, they eat. Do you know? They eat in England. So, and they have kids. I can't believe it. Can you believe that English people have kids? That's actually what happens. We are all doing the same things. We've got kids, mortgages, this, that, school problems, whatever, carpets, but it's just, they might call it differently, okay? And in like here we'll say, how's it, my cousin? Everybody knows that, my cousin, I'm my cousin. In Australia, they call you mate. Good on you, mate. How you doing, mate? So that's how I do it. I was doing the one show, out of the blue, I was talking about the word mate, and then we're talking about the bank. There's a bank there called the ANZ, Australia New Zealand Bank. That's what it's called, ANZ. And I talked about it, and an Australian guy said to me, mate, it's Z. Pronounce it right, it's Z. ANZ. So I said to him, I'll remember that because I'm catching a plane tomorrow to New Zealand. And that's what happens. So, and they loved it because it's, yeah.
Police station, and there's pictures of criminals all over the wall. Is it the way I think? I can't really help it. I said, who are those guys? Oh, those are South Africa's most wanted criminals. And I said to him, well, why didn't you keep them here when you took the photo?
Definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, this time last year, 2 days ago, I filled the Sydney Opera House. And I worked to 2,000 people, of which only about 1,300 were South Africans. So it was massive. Without a doubt, and my wife can't understand this, I've had the Lifetime Achievement Award, which is a great honor. It's a great honor. But I'm still hankering to just be awarded the best comic. That would be the ultimate for me. It should be the other way around, but I want to be called the best comic because I fill arenas. I fill wherever I go, it's full. So go figure, you know. And people of all different sectors of the life, you know, of our South Africans, black, white, Indian people, whatever, they come to me. Jewish people, mummies, hello, how's that? I'm bringing my children. Baz, please, is it possible that you can just keep it above the belt? Okay, so I love the fact that everybody comes to my shows and we do that. So I get upset sometimes when I sort of not involved in that. But my wife puts me in my place because the one time we went to a big mall in PE and we were going out to the car and it took us 1 hour to go from the place we were to the car, 1 hour. And I took about 100 photographs and signed autographs. And Sandy said to me, seriously? You won an award? Do me a favor, we'll never get out the shopping center. So she put me in my place. Yeah, and my award is the fact that my kids phone me on a daily basis and say, hey, Dad, love you guys. That's cool. That's better than any piece of metal. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that if I go down the road and somebody sees me and says, oh, Baz, thank you very much. Oh, wow, thank you. That's better than an award. So I did this huge 3,700-seater venue on Sunday with Cape Town people. And it's quite amazing because you can't see the audience because you're on such a big venue. You just can't see anybody. This is massive, big screens and all that. And I was talking about, I said, I know I'm in Cape Town. And because my first joke, I heard somebody in the audience go like, ooh, ah, ah. Which is a Cape Town, and the place just erupted because that's what they do in Cape Town. They talk like it. Oaks in Cape Town are more like sort of hello, you know, fully. But there's a middle ground that everybody does. But the Oaks in Joburg, I think we're more to the point in Joburg. You know, we're more aggressive. And Cape Town is more sort of, don't upset the guy, please. He's like fully, he's the nice guy. The speed of Joburg is just, you're on it. It's like when you do something, a guy will phone you, listen, bro, I need this, go, bang. Okay, fine. In Cape Town, it'll be more like, hi, I'm so-and-so. Is there any chance perhaps, that's how it works, you know. So I like the speed of Joburg. But I live in Hermanus, which is the coolest place on the whole planet, I think. Last time I was in America, we were chatting, I talk to everybody, you know. And the guy, they can't understand that I'm a white guy and I'm from South Africa. Because some people think, you really? Yeah, you know, and I get often asked, you from Africa? Yes. Do you get lions and tigers? I said, no, only lions because tigers are from India, bro. But the people over there think we got... Here's a story. There's a friend of mine called Kirk Lovell. I was working at the $1 Million. I did the big show for the $1 Million golf. And the next day I started playing golf with my son, and there was a guy playing golf in front of us. And I said, come join us, you know. He was a guy from England. And he was, guess what? He was going around the world, hitchhiking around the world. So he came to stay with us for a while in Joburg, okay? And he subsequently stayed with us for the year 2000. And he said, can I phone my mum quick? I said, yeah, no problem. So he phoned his mum, and all of a sudden, he was crying with laughter. So he puts the phone down. I said, what happened? He said, I'm talking to my mom. And he said, Mom, I'm staying by this guy called Barry Hilton and his wife and the lovely kids. And they're really cool people. And his mother whispered on the phone, are they black? Jeez. It's so funny how people just perceive that. Yeah. But he said, why did you whisper, Mom? Why? Because nobody could. The Evolva tour is actually a thing that I've been doing all of my life. I'm not a comic that goes on stage and says, this is what I'm doing for the next hour, and I know exactly what I do. My wife and I were discussing it last year, January, funny enough. I said, you know, it's about time I did a show that actually means what I do, Evolva. So I go on stage and I talk to somebody like you, and then I'll just, I don't know, we'll talk about something and I go. I have a very basic skeleton of what's happening. A lot of my stuff is about mathematics at the moment because it just intrigues me at the moment. And then I just go from there. So I end up doing plenty much. Last night I was actually in trouble with the guys. I did an hour and 3/4. I was supposed to do 40 minutes. So. But that's what happens. You get sort of caught up in the moment, and we have such fun, and the place was rocking, and it just, when you feed off the entertainers, off the audience, that's your bread and butter. I would guarantee that if you come to my show 3 days on the trot, my show will be different. 3 days on the trot, 80% will be different because of the way we approach it or whatever. Don't follow. Do what you can do. And what you can't do, get somebody else to do it for you, because you'll still get the result much quicker. Believe in yourself, which is difficult for me because I have got this self-doubt. Every day I sort of push myself on. But my need to be successful is stronger than my need for my problem of self-doubt, okay? So comics you've got to understand, and I tell my kids, if you're not prepared to fail, don't start. Because there's a very good chance you're going to fail, more than once. And instead of a failure, you've got to think, okay, what did I do wrong there? Okay, I went to that again. Boom, go. So it's going to happen. Nobody just makes it bang, bang. You like Thursday, you become a comic, and Friday, you're in a Hollywood movie. It doesn't happen. If you realistically think and know what you want, it's possible. I told you just now about my little boy, Jack. He woke up one morning, 6 years old, said, can I get a unicycle? His mom said to him, a unicycle is very difficult. And his words to her were this, I know. But I'm going to ride a unicycle. Not I think I'll try, I'm going to ride it. So then she said to him, but you're going to fall. I know, but I'm going to ride a unicycle. And the last one was, she said, but you're going to hurt yourself. He said, Mom, I know I'm going to ride a unicycle. So he'd already worked out the difference between him wanting to do it. He saw the end, and he knew that it was going to be pain and falling over and this and that and that and that, but he accepted that. And that's what I tell people upstairs at Barry. Find out what you really want to do and do it, because it's possible. You can, anytime. People are quick to knock everybody down, okay? They hate the tall poppy. It's not, I think probably I'm even involved in it. You don't really like to see somebody doing better than you. So I've been pushed back a lot of times, and you're not good enough anymore, and that and that. But what the people don't realize they're doing is actually saying to me, move. This year, well, I'm carrying on with the Evolva tour for quite a bit longer because it changes all the time, and the Evolva show suits me down to the ground.
I'm Dimi Klapo for Joburg Today.
And stick 2 fingers straight in the cup.